With the first pick in the 2010 NFL Draft, the St. Louis Rams select Sam Bradford, quarterback, Oklahoma.
He will be the guy, your cornerstone, to build your franchise around.
Bradford played for 4 teams in 8 seasons, never living up to his Heisman Trophy pedigree. His best season came in 2016 with the Vikings when he threw for nearly 3,900 yards with 20 touchdowns. 2 seasons later, Bradford would finish his career as Josh Rosen's backup in Arizona.
With the second pick, the Detroit Lions select Ndamukong Suh, defensive tackle, Nebraska.
This is a kid that will be stout against the run, will push the pocket against the pass.
Suh hit the ground running with 10 sacks in his first NFL season on the way to Defensive Rookie of the Year honors. While he never again hit double-digit sacks, he was one of the league's most dominant defensive linemen for most of his 13 professional seasons.
With the third pick, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Gerald McCoy, defensive tackle, Oklahoma.
I think he's the most disruptive interior player in the draft. The thing I love about him and Suh is they both play a high percentage of snaps.
McCoy's career got off to a slow start, partly because injuries forced him to miss 13 games over his first 2 seasons. But he hit his stride in 2012 when he recorded 5 sacks and notched the first of 6 straight Pro Bowl appearances.
With the fourth pick in the 2010 NFL Draft, the Washington Redskins select Trent Silverback Williams, offensive tackle, Oklahoma.
That's 3 Sooners in the first 4.
Williams' performance on the field never wavered despite a deteriorating relationship with Washington's front office. After he sat out the 2019 season because of a dispute over a medical diagnosis, the team traded Williams to San Francisco. Entering his 15th season, he's still considered one of the top tackles in the league.
With the fifth pick, the Kansas City Chiefs select Eric Berry, safety, Tennessee.
He's got the speed of a corner, the size of a safety. The year before, when he played the more conventional center field, he had 7 interceptions.
It didn't take long for Berry to become a star in Kansas City. In his rookie season, he snagged 4 interceptions, returning 1 for a touchdown. He earned 3 All-Pro selections and 5 Pro Bowl appearances in 9 seasons and was named to the Hall of Fame All-Decade team for the 2010s.
With the sixth pick, the Seattle Seahawks select Russell Okung, offensive tackle, Oklahoma State.
Okung spent most of his 11 seasons as left tackle for the Seahawks, earning 1 of his 2 Pro Bowl appearances. His other trip to the NFL's All-Star Game came in 2017 in the first of 3 seasons with the Chargers.
With the seventh pick in the 2010 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Joe Hayden, defensive back, Florida.
He'll be one of the toughest corners in the league every single snap of every game.
Hayden was a ball hawk in the Browns secondary, picking up 19 interceptions in 7 seasons with the Browns. He remained just as opportunistic after signing a free agent deal with the Steelers and grabbing 10 more picks over the next 5 seasons.
With the 8th pick, the Oakland Raiders select Rolando McClain, linebacker, Alabama.
It is a good pick by the Oakland Raiders. You're talking about a 254-pound Mike linebacker that can run, that's played inside in a Nick Saban-coached defense.
The best word to describe McClain's NFL career is tumultuous. In just 5 NFL seasons, he went through 3 suspensions and a pair of retirements before finally playing his last NFL snap with the Dallas Cowboys in 2015.
With the 9th pick, the Buffalo Bills select C.J. Spiller, running back, Clemson.
Is going to a place where they already have Marshawn Lynch. Fred Jackson seemed to prove himself quite capable last year when Marshawn was suspended and not really pulling up to snuff. And Marshall, you're shaking your head.
There are no C.J. Spillers. I'll say that.
Spiller's best seasons were 2012 and 2013 when he gained 2,821 yards. That was more than in his 6 other NFL seasons combined.
With the 10th pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Tyson Alualu, defensive tackle, California.
Durability was Alualu's best ability. He missed only 4 games in his first 11 NFL seasons with overall serviceable production. After 7 years in Jacksonville, Alualu's next 7 seasons were as a reserve with the Steelers and Lions.
The Denver Broncos have traded the number 11 pick to the San Francisco 49ers. The San Francisco 49ers select Anthony Davis, offensive tackle, Rutgers.
Meh. Davis was a full-time starter at right tackle during his first 4 seasons, including the 49ers' run to Super Bowl 47. After being limited to 7 games in 2014, Davis sat out the 2015 season and played 1 game in 2016 before ultimately retiring.
The Miami Dolphins have traded the number 12 pick to San Diego. The San Diego Chargers select Ryan Matthews, running back, Fresno State.
He's got more balance than any back I've seen. The combination of balance and power this year, but he needs to stay healthy.
Meh. Matthews had a good nose for the end zone, scoring at least 6 touchdowns in 5 of his 7 professional seasons. His production as an overall runner was never quite as good, with just 2 seasons of more than 750 rushing yards.
Denver has traded the number 13 pick to Philadelphia. The Philadelphia Eagles select Brandon Graham, defensive end, Michigan.
Hit. Graham spent the entirety of his 15-year NFL career in Philadelphia. While he may not have earned many individual accolades, he was a solid pass rusher integral to a pair of Eagles Super Bowl winning squads.
With the 14th pick, the Seattle Seahawks select Earl Thomas, defensive back, Texas.
He had 8 interceptions. He's the most instinctive safety I've seen on tape. He's a playmaker on defense.
Hit. Thomas was a key member of the Legion of Boom and helped bring a Super Bowl title to Seattle. Along the way, he earned 3 All-Pro selections and was named to 7 Pro Bowls, including in his final NFL season with the Baltimore Ravens in 2019.
With the 15th pick, the New York Giants select Jason Pierre-Paul, defensive end, South Florida.
Explosive physical talent, raw and inexperienced, 2 years as a junior college player.
Hit. In 8 seasons with the Giants, JPP racked up 58.5 sacks, good for 10th on the franchise's all-time list. In 3 seasons with the Buccaneers, he logged 33 sacks, which ties him for 9th in that franchise's history. Oh yeah, he also won Super Bowls in both New York and Tampa during his 14-year NFL career.
With the 16th pick in the 2010 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Derek Morgan, defensive end, Georgia Tech.
Pierre-Paul may have more upside, but this kid is solid as a rock.
Hit. Morgan spent his whole 9-year career in Tennessee. While he was never a superstar, he was a solid pass rusher who ranked 6th in franchise history in sacks at his retirement.
With the 17th pick, the San Francisco 49ers select Mike Iupati, offensive guard, Idaho.
Hit. Iupati was the highest drafted player from Idaho since Ray McDonald went number 13 overall to Washington in 1967. He spent 11 seasons in the NFC West, split between the Niners, Cardinals, and Seahawks, earning an All-Pro award and 4 Pro Bowl trips.
With the 18th pick in the 2010 draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Marquise Pouncey, center from Florida.
I love that pick. 6'4.5", 304. Only 20 years old, coming out as a junior. This kid is a snap-and-play player.
Hit. Pouncey missed the Pro Bowl just once in his 10-year career, and that's because he suffered a season-ending knee injury in Week 1 of the 2013 campaign. Beyond that, he was a 2-time first-team All-Pro and was named to the Hall of Fame All-Decade team for the 2010s.
With the 19th pick, the Atlanta Falcons select Sean Weatherspoon, linebacker, Missouri.
He's got great range, tremendous production. He's a 3-down linebacker.
Meh. Weatherspoon became a full-time starter in his 2nd season and was named a defensive captain at the start of his 3rd season. However, he struggled to stay healthy after a lackluster 2013, playing 27 of a possible 80 games.
With the 20th pick, the Houston Texans select Kareem Jackson, defensive back, Alabama.
Kareem Jackson's one of the most technique-sound guys in this draft.
Hit. Jackson spent the first 9 seasons of his career with the Texans. In that stretch, he snagged 16 interceptions, 2nd most in franchise history. After 5 seasons in Denver, Jackson returned to Houston, followed by a short stint with the Bills in 2024.
With the 21st pick, the Cincinnati Bengals select Jermaine Gresham, tight end, Oklahoma.
I believe to be a Pro Bowl caliber tight end, he's got to improve his inline blocking skills.
Meh. Gresham was a serviceable tight end across 9 seasons with the Bengals and Arizona Cardinals. His best campaign came in 2012 when he got 64 balls for 737 yards and 5 touchdowns, earning his 2nd and final Pro Bowl appearance in the process.
New England has traded the 22nd pick to Denver. The Denver Broncos select Demaryius Thomas, wide receiver, Georgia Tech.
So Brandon Marshall out, Demaryius Thomas in.
Hit. Thomas is the second leading receiver in Denver Broncos history, thanks in part to a torrid run he went on with Peyton Manning. From 2012 to 2016, Thomas averaged 98 receptions and nearly 1,400 yards while earning 5 straight Pro Bowl invitations. Sadly, he passed away unexpectedly in 2021 at the age of 33.
With the 23rd pick, the Green Bay Packers select Brian Bulaga, offensive tackle, Iowa.
Hit. Bulaga's career started in a big way. He started 12 of 16 games in 2010 and was named to the All-Rookie team that season. He was also the first rookie in NFL history to start at right tackle in a Super Bowl win, and at the time, was the youngest player in history to start a Super Bowl. After 2 injury-plagued seasons with the Chargers, Bulaga retired as a Packer in 2023.
New England has traded the 24th pick to the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys select Dez Bryant, wide receiver, Oklahoma State.
Jerry, I don't think he's ever gotten over some of the things that Randy Moss did. Jerry doesn't want to make that same mistake and let this guy, this kind of talent, get away.
Hit. We can argue whether Dez caught it against the Packers in the playoffs. What's not up for debate is Bryant's standing in Cowboys history. No one wearing the star has caught more touchdowns, and only 4 players in franchise history have more receiving yards.
Baltimore has traded the 25th pick to Denver. Denver Broncos select Tim Tebow, quarterback, Florida.
Physical specimen. Off the chart intangibles. Again, redshirt him at least once, maybe redshirt him twice. I want that kind of kid in my huddle and in my building leading my franchise. I believe in the kid.
Miss. Tebow was one of the most decorated athletes in college football history. His NFL career was much less successful. After 2 lackluster seasons in Denver, he was traded to the Jets. Notably, after his football career was finished, Tebow spent 3 seasons in the New York Mets minor league system.
With the 26th pick, the Arizona Cardinals select Dan Williams, defensive tackle, Tennessee.
Meh. Williams was never a full-time starter, either during his 5 seasons in Arizona or his 2 campaigns with the Oakland Raiders. He did, however, score a touchdown on a 2-yard interception against former number 1 overall pick Sam Bradford in 2013.
With the 27th pick in the 2010 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Devin McCourty, defensive back, Rutgers.
He may be the best special teams player in the entire draft. He'll compete for some time in your nickel and dime coverage.
Hit. McCourty grabbed 7 interceptions in his rookie season and finished second in the Defensive Rookie of the Year voting. He spent his entire 13-year career with the Patriots, helping New England win 3 Super Bowl titles.
With the 28th pick, the Miami Dolphins select Jared Odrick, defensive tackle, Penn State.
Meh. Odrick missed the bulk of his rookie season after breaking his foot in practice. Over the following 6 seasons, he was a mid-league pass rusher, amassing 23 sacks with the Dolphins and Jacksonville Jaguars. Since 2015, he's turned his attention to Hollywood, where he has produced and acted in several films.
With the 29th pick, New York Jets select Kyle Wilson, defensive back, Boise State.
This is a kid that can play off man, he can play press man, you can line him up in the slot.
Meh. Wilson walked into a difficult situation on a Jets roster that already had Darrelle Revis and Antonio Cromartie. He was only a full-time starter once in his 5 seasons with Gang Green before playing his final NFL campaign with the Saints in 2015.
Minnesota has traded the 30th pick to the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions select Javed Best, running back, California.
They're not going to ask him to carry the ball 20 times a game. Get him his touches in space because he is an absolute playmaker.
Miss. After a standout career at Cal, Best showed promise during his rookie season, posting more than 1,000 scrimmage yards with 6 total touchdowns. Sadly, a pair of severe concussions suffered early in his 2nd season landed him on injured reserve and prevented him from ever playing again.
With the 31st pick, the Indianapolis Colts select Jerry Hughes, defensive end, TCU.
Hit. Hughes spent 3 unremarkable seasons as a backup in Indianapolis. It was in Buffalo where he blossomed. Hughes recorded 53 sacks in 9 seasons with the Bills, 4th most in franchise history.
With the 32nd pick in the 2010 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Patrick Robinson, defensive back, Florida State.
Robinson's career was bookended by stops in New Orleans with stints in San Diego, Indy, and Philly. A solid defender, Robinson was never a full-time starter and missed long stretches in his career due to injury.